Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. Today I want to do a little bit of an update video, and I know you can't see me on screen. The reason for that is because I actually have some slides on the computer I'd like to go through, really just for myself to make sure I don't forget out anything important. But also some of it will be easier for you to see if I've got some, visuals as I talk, rather than just me talking and talking and talking. Yeah, basically this is, as you might have guessed, an update on the future of House of Mahalo. Um, Essentially, what I'm going to be doing today is explaining some things that have been going on the past few months, some of which I've already alluded to in a previous video, and a few of you said you wanted to hear more about what the situation was. But it is not just going to be a woe is me, because I do have now some plans as to what I'm going to do going forwards. And of course, that affects everything that I'm doing on House of Mahalo. So I thought it was best just to do one video, explain everything, give you all a proper good update, and then from here I'm hoping that this will be a wiping of the fresh slate, and an opportunity for me to move forward from here. So of course the focus of today really is on House of Mahalo. That is why you're here on my YouTube channel. This is what you want to hear more about. But for those of you that don't know, I do also have a travel blog, and it's called Wanderers of the World. And up until recently, this was actually my main income. And it was what gave me the freedom to be able to be here crafting and doing the videos and trying to build House of Mahalo into something as well. Obviously, because of the pandemic, that's really where House of Mahalo came from. But the reason that I've been able to continue with it is because the travel blog was giving me the freedom to do so. Because I had spent many years building up that business, and I was able then to keep that one running at the same time as building up this new business. That is until recently, and I'm going to explain everything to you. For the main part, obviously, I'm focusing more on House of Mahalo, but I just want to call out a couple of things with the travel blog, because where things have gone wrong with that one, that obviously has had an implication on me, both personally and in regards to my business as a whole. So I really just want to put that disclaimer out there, that if you hear me talk about my travel blog, the reason really is because this issue has hit that one hardest, which has had a knock-on effect on everything that I'm doing. So, and before I get into it, because I know some people will be a bit worried, don't worry, I'm not giving up. I'm not quitting. I'm not giving up. I refuse to. But I do have to explain some things that have been going on. So, okay. So the main problem. So this is a graph from my travel blog, and this is based on the past 3 months. So this is traffic that I'm receiving from Google to my travel blog. If you type in to Google things to do in this place, I need an itinerary for this trip I'm doing. What tips have you got before I go to visit this city or this country? That type of thing. I have articles ideally to help inspire and help educate people about their travels, about their trips. And as you can see here, hopefully my mouse is on screen, this first week of March of this year, there's this massive, massive dip where almost within the space of, I think that's just 2 days, the traffic from Google has just gone completely down after being relatively stable for the few months prior. And this is Google's helpful content update that they released in March, or they turned up in March, and I'll explain more in a second. It's hit thousands of websites like mine. People who write blog posts or they share content have been hit by this problem. Some more than others. Some have been completely wiped out by Google, where they've actually gone down to 0. Some have lost 90%, 80, 70, 60. Some have gained, of course. There are always going to be, winners and losers in anything. But people have been really, really hit by this, and we're talking thousands of people that been have had businesses for a long time based around the idea that we were sharing what we thought were tips and advice and inspiration to other people. Now, this graph is what the last 12 months looks like for my travel blog. So this is the March dip that you can see in the top graph. So as you can see, that is the dip, the second dip there. But it actually started way back when in September, where my content started to go down, my traffic started to go down. Some of that is seasonality, because being a travel blog, peak season is in the summer. So you can see this, this stable summer period. So some of that is seasonality, I know that. But Google's helpful content update also hit in September, which is partly what this is here at this point, where it's a bit of a drop off because of seasonality, and then completely boom, and then stable, and then boom again. And so you can see here, I mean, this is where 0 is, and this is where I am, pretty close to 0, but thankfully not actually 0, but enough that it has been a massive, massive impact on my business. Now I'm going to show you the same graphs for House of Mahalo. Now, House of Mahalo is obviously a very different industry, and this is my website, House of Mahalo. So I write blog posts about crafting and junk journals, and well, basically everything that I think would be a good blog post, I put as a blog. Now, thankfully, House of Mahalo hasn't been hit as much as the travel blog. I think there are probably a few reasons for that. One being I have a much stronger community here with all of you than I do on the travel blog side of things. But it's still been hit. So this is the same period here where it says the 7th of March. This is the same week where we saw a dip in the previous graph for my travel blog. House of Mahalo may not have had as big a dip, but it still had a dip at the exact same period. And that is the situation with thousands and thousands of websites just like mine. Every industry that you could possibly think of, lots and lots of people have been affected by this. Now, this is the same graph for House of Mahalo for the past 12 months. Now, here's where it gets really strange, because you can see here, this is the helpful content update from September 2023, where Google decided actually they liked House of Mahalo. We can see this peak going up. They liked House of Mahalo then they decided they didn't, then it was okay, and then they decided they didn't. And if we look here, this figure is much lower than this period. So despite adding more content to my website, my traffic has been going down, and it's primarily because of these updates that Google have made. As I said, they're calling it the helpful content update, and from the looks of it, their main purpose has been to try and target websites where we focus primarily on information. So we're sharing tips and advice with you via blog posts. We're sharing inspiring, or what we think are hopefully inspiring, blog posts. Any website that is like mine has been hit by this. As I said, some have done well out of it, but generally speaking, those websites were much smaller, and so they've sort of gone unscathed for now. But I imagine that Google will come for them after. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, I'm really not, but I've spent the best part of the past few months seeing what's been happening to myself, my fellow bloggers, everyone that I know has been affected by this. So yeah, it's just, something to bear in mind. So as I said, it's not just me. This is a tweet from a website. This is the owner of Travel Lemming. They have quite a big travel website. As you can see, his graph just looks awful. Just suddenly Google decides that it doesn't like it anymore. House Fresh, completely different industry. They buy in air purifiers, which they then test rigorously, and then they write reviews, whether that air purifier is good or bad or not. They don't have ads on their website, House Fresh. They just write reviews. But you can see here how Google is killing independent sites like ours. They've been affected. Retro Dodo, again, they're quite a big site, but they again, a different industry. They write about like old Nintendo games and handheld devices. They're really passionate about it. I would argue just as passionate as I am about junk journals. But again, they've got Google is killing Retro Dodo and other independent sites. Those articles are very good, by the way, for explaining more about what's been going on. I find it very difficult to talk about the situation without getting slightly emotional. So I'm trying very hard to keep everything to the facts today, just to, yeah, protect myself and so that I can actually get my words out today. But here's an example of where I think some things have been going wrong. So this is a Google search for House of Mahalo, my brand name. As you can see, the top result is actually my YouTube channel, and then you get my website. Now, where I think that's wrong is because my brand name is everything. It's not just my YouTube channel. And House of Mahalo to me is my website first and foremost, because that is my hub. My YouTube channel backs up my website. My Facebook page backs up the website. Obviously, my Etsy is, really to back up the website because I'm currently not taking sales on my website properly at the moment. And yet Google has decided that actually my YouTube channel is more important than my website. And hey, guess what? YouTube is owned by Google. I don't know how many people know this. They bought them, I think, in 2006. Please don't quote me on that year. I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head. So yeah, they're pushing their own products. And this is the case for not just YouTube, but we're talking any product that Google is trying to earn more money from. So we're talking, they have Google Maps, they have the Google Shopping and Products type tabs, obviously their search engine. They have so many products. And what they don't want to have happen anymore is for people like myself to be able to sort of use Google, I suppose, in a way to get people to come to my website and hear about me and learn from me and sign up for my emails and, follow me. Google doesn't really want that anymore. And part of the reason is because of the rise of AI-driven content. Now, it was a very, very rocky summer last year, just before these updates happened, where AI really seemed to take off. And some people were purely just putting out like thousands and hundreds of thousands of articles purely written by AI with no personal experience attached to them at all. So whilst I understand that Google have had to make these changes because of that situation, that obviously some people are going to try and get a quick win, they're going to try and make a quick penny from doing the least work possible. I appreciate that Google had to tackle that problem. Unfortunately, people like myself, and we're talking again, thousands, possibly even tens of thousands of people like myself, have been caught in the crossfires, where Google can now not tell the difference between content from someone with personal experience and content written by AI. And so therefore they've decided, actually, we can't trust any of you. We can't trust that you, Justine, from House of Mahalo, actually have made that journal. We can't trust that you have. We can't trust that you know what you're talking about when you're suggesting what paper to use for printing digitals or, whatever else I might write about. Google has basically said, like, we can't trust that that you have experience or expertise in this topic anymore. And so therefore, they're essentially deciding that they can only trust big websites. So we're talking, newspapers, we're talking big crafty websites that you might know about, such as, things that might have been based on magazines in the past, and now they're a website, or they're obviously pushing YouTube because they own it. They can get the most amount of money from that, in my opinion. And yeah, they're basically just seeing this as an opportunity for, well, I don't know if they're seeing it as an opportunity, but for what it looks like, they can't trust us anymore. And what that means is that they can only push big websites, and they can only push people that they do know, brands that they do know, brands that people know. And it's such a shame, in my opinion, because what we're going to see is that people like myself, not me, because I refuse to quit, but lots of people like me are quitting. They are realizing that they can't keep going with this business anymore. And what that means is that, if you learn something from a blog post or an article that you see online, unless it comes from a big company, we might not see those articles anymore going forwards because people can't afford to keep putting out the content if we're not able to have a little bit of a give and take. So we're obviously providing the internet and users of the internet with this information that we hope will be useful to some people, helpful, inspiring, whatever. But there needs to be some take from that where we're giving this to them in return for that person being allowed to come onto our website to learn from us. And I don't know where this is going to go, but obviously it's a big problem. It's one that I don't think is going to be resolved anytime soon because, as I said, everything started happening about September time. We're now in April. That's what, 9 months, 8, 9 months. And things are worse than they were back then. So obviously we need to make some changes. I need to make some changes. So I want to talk through a little bit more as well. Just before I get into the what I'm going to do about it. So that was everything with the Google updates. And I'm calling this my can't catch a break timeline because this past few months have been really, really tricky. And I have not said a single word about it. I think I probably said just one sentence or two sentences about the Google updates in a recent video. But I haven't said anything because I do find it difficult to talk about myself personally. Because I get emotional and I'm an emotional person. But I thought, this is a chance for me to wipe the slate clean. And this is not, I'm not saying any of this to have any pity given to me or I don't want this to be a woe is me. I just want this to be a real personal update to say, look, this is what's been going on. This is why I've not been myself. And this is what I'm going to do about it. So yeah, my can't catch a break timeline. So as we know, it started in September where the first Google issue happened, and I did lose, a good third of my income. Now, as some of you know, I managed to get ads turned on the House of Mahalo website. I think it was towards the end of August. However, things have not gone very smoothly. Everything was fine on my travel blog because I use a different ad network. I really thought I was holding out for a reputable ad network for House of Mahalo. If I had known things were going to be this bad, I probably wouldn't have had them turned on at all. No, I certainly wouldn't have had them turned on at all because since October, and it's still ongoing today, unfortunately, I've had complaints about the ads. And obviously, I don't want people to be having a bad experience on my website. But also, I want to call out the fact that people have been really very personal about these complaints. So they have said about the ads, but then people have gone further than that to say to me things like, oh, this is a junk of a website. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're just in it to make money. Your stuff isn't very good. Like I could go on and on. Honestly, it's been almost like a tirade since October. And I tried to record a video October, November time. I think I tried a few times to talk about the situation, but I just kept getting upset. So I thought, you know what? No, I'm just going to do my thing and come back and talk about it when I'm actually feeling ready to. So yeah, that's been going on. So then obviously we got Christmas out of the way and I just very much focused on that. And then as you know, some of you know, I had some leg issues in February, which didn't help. I was in and out of the minor injuries unit and it really had a knock-on effect for my concentration and just everything. But at the same time, my dad had a cancer scare. And thankfully, he's fine. He's absolutely fine. But it was very serious at one point where they did really think they had found something very bad. Thankfully, he is fine. It was not cancer. And he's now going through treatment for his issues. Then, as we know, the March update happened again, where there were more Google issues. Now, for those of you who are better at maths than I am, no, it was not 2/3, it was nearly 2/3. So yeah, I'm essentially down to a very, very small income to what it was before, where I don't even think I'm earning minimum wage anymore. And I say that with a smile on my face because you know what? I've had epiphanies through all of these things that have happened, and I will talk about it. But yeah, all of it is my can't catch a break timeline. Then same month, March, my granddad had two bleeds on the brain. He had multiple strokes. It was very touch and go at one point. This is my dad's dad, so my poor dad hasn't had a break either. Um, Amazingly, they put him through surgery, and they were saying, look, it's very unlikely he's actually going to make it through this, but he went through surgery. It worked well. He is now in recovery and he is doing much better than he has done in years, my dad was saying. It has been a little bit touch and go where it's been, ups and downs and ups and downs, but for the most part, he is absolutely fine. However, my Aunt Marjorie, who is my dad's sister, because of all these things that have been going on with my dad and my granddad, she was rushed into hospital for it was to do with high blood pressure. Yeah, basically she had a bit of a collapse and things happened there. So yeah, neither my dad, my Auntie Marjorie, my granddad, nor me, none of us can seem to catch a break at the moment. As you can tell by, I probably sound a little bit off today with a nasal issue. In April, I had yet another sinus infection, which the first week is always, worse than the second week, but it's been multiple sinus infections that I've been having over the past few years. So I'm now having to see the doctor to find out why on earth this is happening. And when I go to when I go into public spaces. So this one has come about because I helped my husband with his trade show. I hardly spoke to anyone. I hardly touched anyone or, nothing like that. But I've come out with yet another sinus infection. So clearly something is going on. And, we need to get to the bottom of what that is. But basically all of this has made me realize that I don't want to be a slave to Google and content creation and just how my business has been. It's been a lovely ride. For years and years, my business was incredibly stable and I loved everything that I was doing. In recent months, obviously, it's become very clear that it's no longer a viable business in its current state, and I do need to make some massive changes. But also, all of these personal things that have been happening, and honestly, it really has felt just like one thing after another. It has made me realize that there's just more to life than trying to appease one company. At the end of the day, Google doesn't know me. Google doesn't know you or my readers. They don't know what people like and what they don't like, not really. And for so many businesses to be reliant on just one company, that's never going to end well. And I've decided I just don't want that to be me anymore. So before I get into what I'm going to do about it, I'll just have one last slide or a couple of last slides on how I currently make money. And this is really just a chance for me to get everything out in the open with how my business currently is, so that you can see the differences that I'm making, the changes I'm making, and how it's going to, change things in a different direction, shall we say. So how I currently make money, first and foremost, I make money from ads. So this is ads that are on my websites. So I've got House of Mahalo and I've got my travel blog, but also the ads that you see on YouTube when you're watching my videos. You don't have to click or buy anything. You just have to see those ads in order for me to make a small amount of money. Of course, on YouTube, you can skip ads. If somebody does that, I don't earn income from that. You can only earn income from a YouTube ad if they watch the whole ad, or if they watch at least 30 seconds of it if it's a long ad. some of these ads I've seen are like 2 minutes long. I don't expect anyone to watch those. Just skip right through those, please, because they're just rubbish. Who wants a 2-minute ad? But if it's 5 seconds or something, it doesn't take much for somebody to watch that ad, and then we can, as YouTubers, we can earn that little bit of income in exchange for that video. But this is where I feel like, as we know, Google owns YouTube, and I feel like Google and YouTube, they're not really, what's the word? They don't really offer their creators, so the people making the videos, I don't think they offer them that much of a decent kickback, if I'm completely honest. The money that I earn from my website is much higher than I do on my YouTube videos, because the people that are paying for the website ads are much more welcome to the fact that these ads are prime time spots. It's prime advertising. And we should, in my opinion, I do think Google and YouTube should actually pay their creators more than they currently do. However, it is that bit of income to keep the lights on, so to speak, so I'm not going to pick holes in it. But I do think more needs to be done to actually make YouTube creators able to earn more money, because it's currently so much lower than what it should be, in my opinion. I also earn money from affiliate links. So again, some of you will know this, but for those of you that don't, if you ask me what specific product that I'm using, if I'm able to, I'll use a special link which takes you to that product. You don't spend anything more on the item, but what that company gives me, the company you buy it from, so say it's Amazon or Etsy or something, they'll pay me a small commission if you go on to buy that product that I've recommended. And I want to make it very, very clear, I never recommend products that I have not personally used and liked. If you don't see something like in my Amazon shop front or on my website or in my YouTube descriptions as being, hey, this is the thing you want to get, it's because I don't recommend it. I only recommend the products that I actually do find really useful. So in exchange for that, I do earn a small commission when I'm able to. And then it's last, because currently products is a very small part of my House of Mahalo income. But it's something that I want to talk about now, because I want to flip this model on its head, where I don't want to be reliant on ads and affiliate links anymore. It's not good. It goes against my ethos of not really being a salesy person anyway. But on top of that, I get so much more enjoyment from someone who wants to own one of my products compared with sending them to, Amazon or something. So my plan for products going forwards. I'm still going to be selling my journals and ephemera. At the moment, I sell them on Etsy, as and when I have them available, and I will keep doing that for now. I want to talk a little bit about when it comes to making the journal. So at the moment, I make the journal on video, generally speaking, and I do like a making of type series where it's part 1, part 2, etc. Now, understandably, those videos are my least popular videos. They don't get watched by a huge amount of people, certainly not compared to the ephemera videos. And I can completely understand why. An ephemera video is so much easier to take away for your theme or your project you're working on and just have a go at this small thing. When it comes to, a 3, 4, 5-part series on how to make a journal, you can only really get the most amount of benefit from that when you're actually wanting to make that same thing. That said, I still really love those types of journals. So those people out there that I watch on YouTube and you do part 1, part 2, etc., please keep doing them. I love those videos. I really do. I want you to keep doing them. For me, I am still going to be doing those videos, but I will actually be repurposing those videos as part of craft kits, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. Really, it's just a way for me to be able to still do those videos for those who want to watch them, but it allows me then to repurpose those videos to be used in something else. I'll be selling more supplies, and these are supplies that I personally use in my projects. Sorry, I'm really struggling to get my words out today. Um, so I will be stocking bundles of supplies that I think will be useful to people. And I'm hoping this will help with if you just want to use, a couple of things you've seen me use and you don't want 100 of them, then hopefully you can come to my Etsy shop and get them from me directly. So I'm going to be doing more of that going forwards. It's something I've done, every so often. Maybe I have like a fabric inspiration pack, or I have some kind of bundle up, but I want to be doing this more often. So we've got that to look forward to, hopefully. But also I mentioned about these craft kits. So essentially what I see this being is if I've made a journal in a certain way, such as maybe it's a flip folio and I've used this exact set of envelopes to make the folio in this exact way, I would like to be able to create craft kits where I will have all the supplies in there. So as I said, maybe it's a specific type of envelopes. Maybe I've used a specific set of stickers or papers or what have you. They will be in the craft kit and they will go with the making of videos. So somebody can really follow along. I'll probably also do some written instructions. And I'll be doing this for some of my projects I've made in the past. So I'll be remaking them and putting these craft kits and tutorial videos together. But also going forwards, I want to start having in my head, oh, can I do this project as a craft kit? What I hope this means is that for those of you who want to use your own supplies and just follow the videos, you'll have the videos available on YouTube. For those who want to make it exactly to a T, the exact way that I've made it, will have the craft kit and the videos. And for those who are brand new to journals and they just get given this kit as a Christmas present, or they just want to have a go at something, it will give them everything they need, barring glue and scissors. They'll need to get them themselves, but everything else they need to make this project so they can just have a go at it. So I'm hoping that it might also get new people interested in junk journals. And I'm hoping that it will be, a good gift item. I'm hoping to package it up nicely, for example. And yeah, I'm excited for doing more of these product-based things because for me it's very tangible. And I've always loved sending out my products to people because I've gotten so much excitement from that in the past. And I want to, do more of that. My husband has a 3D printing business, and we've also talked about ways in which his stuff can cross over with mine. Now, it's been something that we've actually talked about for the best part of 2 years. We just haven't been able to make it a priority. He was very busy in his businesses, I was very busy in mine. But we have finally come together and we're going to have a selection of products that will be 3D printed and specifically for journal making. The first is a book cradle, which I personally use. And we've designed it up with this nice diamond pattern on it. So that will be coming very soon, hopefully actually later this week, if not early next week. And that just helps with the bookbinding process. I personally love using it for my journals. But there are also other things that we're thinking of. What I would like to be the next one is a glue bottle holder where you can hold the glue upside down. But it holds it upside down inside a tree stump, and it's got a little deer lying next to the tree stump. He needs to design it first, or finish designing it, I should say. But I'm really excited about these things. I think it will be really fun to work with him a bit closer. But also I think it will be fun to start providing some things that will be useful, some things that will be decorative, but also focused very much on, junk journals and paper crafting and everything we do here together with us. And then, yeah, the last thing on the product side is I do want to be doing more with digital products. So for those of you that know about the digital kit catalogue, that is now ready and people have already bought it and I hope started using it. So that is basically a software that I've designed online using Airtable, which allows you to keep a record of kits that you've got in your wish list, but also ones that you've bought, you've used, and you can categorize them based on the theme and the designer and different categories like that. For anyone who doesn't know anything about it and wants to know more, please email me, and I can send you some information on where you can read all about it and find out more. For those of you that have already bought the digital kit catalogue, thank you. I hope that you're finding it useful. And, if you have any questions about it or if you have any feedback, please do let me know. Just because it helps me to know, have I got it right with this thing? Do I need to make changes, etc.? So I would really like some feedback. If you could, that would be amazing. Even more exciting, in my opinion, is my very first proper digital kit is now in my shop. It's called Enchanted Woodland, and it's a full junk journal kit, papers, pages, ephemera. And I'm so excited that I've been able to do this. I'm so pleased with how it's turned out. I really, really do love it. I can't wait to use it myself. And this is a really exciting step for me because just August last year, I tried to give kits and digitals a go. And although I made some things that I was happy with, I was saying to myself, there's no way I could make a full kit. I can't do it. I don't have the tech skills. I don't have the know-how. I finally sat myself down, put my big girl pants on, and I told myself, no, you're gonna try this. You're gonna really give it a good go. And then if it doesn't work out, at least you tried. Oh my goodness, I got addicted. I got so excited by this thing. I got so addicted making this kit. And it was really a change in thinking, a change in mindset of before I was seeing it as, oh, I don't want to do computer work. The whole point of me loving junk journals was it gets me away from the computer. But the truth is, I really, really enjoyed making the kit because I saw it as, you know what, Justine, if you were sat here at your desk with a piece of paper and all these different elements, so say they're fussy cuts, for example, what would you do in person to build up the picture that you want to have? And I basically just saw the digital as a way for me to do that, but just, okay, it's on the computer. But I just built it like how I would if I was doing it in person. And you have to excuse this motorbike outside. He does this all the time. He goes out on his motorbike and he literally just sits there, having it on rev for minutes at a time. So you have to excuse him. But yeah, I was really, really happy with the digital kit. I actually really enjoyed the process, and so I'm excited to give some more a go in the future. I think my next one I want to be wildflowers, so stay tuned for that. I will also be doing a flip through of my Enchanted Woodland kit. I'll share it on video tomorrow so you can see how it prints out, but it is already available in my Etsy if you'd like to have a look. And then some other stuff on the digital side that I want to do. And I don't know how these will go down, but I want to maybe try it, is I'd like to be able to offer courses, mini workshops, and virtual craft retreats. So with the courses and mini workshops, essentially I see it as me being able to repurpose some of my video and blog post content, as well as making more content, to specifically take somebody from beginning to end, either in a particular project or in a particular topic within junk journals. And they will be ad-free, so it will just be somewhere someone can just learn. And I'm really hoping that that might be an opportunity for me to be able to provide that. And then on the virtual craft retreats, and again, I have no idea whether these things will be what people want, but the way that I see it is essentially we be on a live video call. So I can see you, you can see me if you want to be on camera as a little group of us. And you can see what I'm doing and we can, craft and chat and just generally like we would in person, it just happens to be on video. So you can ask questions, we can talk to each other and just be a live thing. I kind of want to call it something like Mahalo Happy Hour or something, but it would be, an hour or two. And I have no idea whether anyone would be interested in these things. So if I'm talking about anything and you think, you know what, I really wish you would just hurry up and do that, please do tell me. either in a comment or an email or on social media or something, please let me know. The reason I say that is because these are all completely new things to me, most of them, and I have no idea what will be the right move. I don't know what will be more popular. So just hearing from you would really help me to understand, okay, I'll prioritize that for now. But these are all things that I want to do. I just don't know what order to do them in, really. So I also want to give you, seeing as we're talking about products, I also just want to give a little bit of an update about my Etsy shop. So obviously I need to spend the time listing these new products, listing these new supplies and getting everything ready. As I said, I do want to have these craft kits and bundles of supplies available in the future. But my future goal is I really do want to reduce my reliance on Etsy. They have such large fees and they don't really send customers my way that often. The only reason that I use them for the moment is because it's easy. I'm already set up there. So I will be obviously updating my Etsy shop, but I want to change up my website to help support shopping and supplies and everything that I want to be able to sell. I think my website could probably do a better job of supporting that so that I'm not just reliant on Etsy. I think it's safe to say, as you can probably tell from everything I'm saying, I don't want to rely on these big companies anymore, because they're the ones that win. And I really want to be able to, use them for what they're there for, absolutely. But I don't want to be 100% reliant on them anymore. So speaking of the website then, obviously I need to do a little bit of a redesign. And I say a little bit, I actually have a big redesign in mind. It'll take me a while to get there, but I basically want to reposition houseofmahalo.com as it's more than just blog posts. Obviously, the information will still be there and I want it to still be available for people, but I also want it to serve me better in my business and essentially my brand and everything that I'm doing with House of Mahalo. I want it to be this hub which sends people out to videos and blog posts and the courses and the products, depending on what they want at that particular time. So I'm quite excited about it, but it will take me a while. Obviously, as part of that, and as part of those ad complaints I mentioned before, I do know that I need to change ad provider. I am on the list for basically the provider that I've got on my travel blog. So a very reputable, and I've never had a single complaint about the ads that I have on my travel blog. House of Mahalo has never had the traffic to get me onto that platform, but they have announced that they are bringing out a platform that is built on their software, but it's for smaller websites, smaller publishers. So I'm hoping to get on that. It is brand new, so there's currently a waiting list, but I am on the list. And I'm just waiting for their verdict, their yes. So yeah, hopefully in a few months I'll be able to wave goodbye to the current ads and have the new ones on. And if things don't go well with that one, I'll just turn them off completely. But for right now, I do need to rely on the ads a little bit. But as I said, I'm trying to move away from that kind of business model, really. For those of you getting my Forget Me Not Friday emails, they will continue. So every Friday, I send out an email that's basically me diving into my archives, so old projects, blog posts, videos, etc. And I send out this little email with this idea in each Friday, so if people want to, they can craft that weekend doing the thing that I'm showing. And they've been, from what I can see, they've been quite popular. They've been a lot of fun for me to put together, so I will keep doing those. I will continue writing blog posts because I know that, despite what Google says, I know that a lot of you do find them helpful, and there's no reason why I shouldn't still be able to put information in a blog post if I think that a blog post is the best place for it. Because, not everyone wants to watch a video about XYZ topic. Sometimes a blog post is better. So I will still be doing them. It's just a bit of an ad hoc schedule where, if I have an idea for a blog post, I get on and write it and put it up. I'm not worrying about having a certain amount of blog posts or anything. I just sort of do it as and when, really. And then, as I mentioned, I want to have these courses and mini workshops, which might repurpose some of my content, whilst also I'll be creating new content specifically for those as well. Sorry, you have to excuse me. I wasn't expecting to be talking for so long, so I am a little bit of coffee and sniffly still. So yeah, please, please ignore any untoward sounds you can hear. Okay, so YouTube. Obviously, you're watching this here on YouTube, so you care about YouTube. So currently I don't have a video schedule. That's not for any reason other than my current mental state. I don't want to put any pressure on myself at the moment for having to be on this particular day in order to do this particular amount of videos. It's not currently, I'm just not currently able to do that. So there's no video schedule at the moment, but I can promise, I will be recording more videos than in recent weeks and months. Yay. I do already have some videos recorded, which I'm going to start sharing now that this video is sort of the, wiping the slate clean, so to speak. I think we can get back to having more videos, more crafty time with me. I just don't want to fit into some kind of schedule at the moment, so I'm just going to have the videos available as and when I have them. So if you're not already subscribed and getting notifications from YouTube, I suggest that you might want to do that. Click the bell so that you can see, okay, Justine's put a video up now. Otherwise, you'll just have to sort of see them, as and when you see them, kind of thing. But yes, I am hoping to have more. In fact, not hoping, I promise I will have more videos than recently. As I said, the making of videos, I'll be repurposing them for the craft kits. So the videos themselves wouldn't change. I think I would just be more planned tutorial wise. So I'd probably make a prototype off screen, and then when I come to do the making of videos, it will be, I'm putting this thing here and I'm doing this, and it'll be very much like, this is how I'm doing it. So it will change a little bit, but they'll still be available. Another exciting thing, I'm going to be launching a podcast. This is something that I've had in my mind for a while, and it's because I have a lot to say, as you might guess. I mean, I don't even know how long I've been sat here talking to you. I have a lot to say, and I don't do a very good job of saying it whilst I'm crafting because I'm concentrating so much on what I'm doing. But I do want to have a podcast. So I need to figure out the podcasting software in terms of where people go to listen to podcasts. I do need to understand those so that people can listen to them, maybe on the car radio, or they can be have headphones in when they go for a walk with their dog or something. So I'll be doing that, but I'm also going to share those podcasts on YouTube. It won't be me face to face because I kind of want to take the pressure off myself in the sense of me just being able to chat and not think about like what my face is doing or whether I'm wearing my pajamas or whatever. So I'll be doing that, and I have actually bought a microphone, which is what I'm using today. So this will give you a clue as to how the podcast might sound. Hopefully less nasally next time. I already have the first few topics planned for what I want to talk about. So it will be a topic each week, and I'm calling it the Slow Down Sunday podcast. So every Sunday it will be me chatting about something. And yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, they might be a nice thing for you to have and a nice thing for me to share. So stay tuned for that. And just on the Mahalo monthly videos, so those of you who have been with me for a long time will know that my Mahalo monthly videos kind of ended in August, September time. Obviously, now you've seen everything that I've been dealing with these past few months, you know why. Any time that I came on to try and do a Mahalo monthly, it was basically me just staring at the camera going, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what plan is. I have no idea. I don't know. Obviously, things are still a little bit up in the air. So I'm hoping that the podcast will eventually include those Mahalo monthly videos because it really is just me talking about updates and things. That is the end goal. I just need to, firm that decision and sort of, yeah, firm up how I'm going to do it, because I really don't want to sit down once a month and just look at the microphone and say, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So we'll have to see. But yeah, that is the plan. And then, yeah, just an update for my patrons as well. There are no major changes at this time. Um, I'm on a break in May, so I've paused the billing for May just because I'm away on holiday, and yeah, I just kind of need to just take a breather. Um, the Mahalo mails and the freebie digitals and everything that I've been doing there will continue from June. The only thing that's different is the craft along videos we're doing for the mega journal. So for those of you who are not on my Patreon, we're currently making a large journal. I'm making mine from a biscuit box. And I'm going to have those videos up in May. I need to record them. I admit that I have not recorded them, but I'm going to have those go up in May, so that you can be enjoying those whilst I'm away. But then going forwards, because there are so few of you on my Patreon, I'm going to have the future craft alongs on the main YouTube channel. So that's where the videos will be. Just because unfortunately, I do need to find a way to make them work better for me, especially in light of all of the income changes I've had. Um, the difference will be for those on the Mahalo mail tiers, you'll still receive the supplies in order to do the craft along. And all of my patrons then will still get the vote on which projects we do next. So all of it will still stay the same for Patreon. It's just that the videos themselves will be broadcast to a broader audience. Again, just to serve me and my income better, because unfortunately I do have to make some changes in regards to all of that. So, thank you very much for listening. And really, genuinely, thank you for all of the love and support you've shown me over the years. All of you, no matter how you've shown it, you know, watching my videos, liking me, well, yes, liking me, liking the videos, commenting, cheering me on, anyone who's bought from me, all of you that are on my Patreon, no matter how you've supported me over the years, even if it's just a little comment you've given me on Facebook, honestly, thank you. This community is genuinely one of the best I think I could have ever been a part of. 3 years ago, I didn't know what a junk journal was, and I was welcomed into this community with wide open arms. I was made to feel like it's okay, like you belong. I was made to feel like, I could learn from all of you. I could just be a part of everything that you were doing. And I've had an absolute blast. I've really, really enjoyed it. I hope that I've been able to contribute something to this community, despite what Google says. I hope that I've been able to inspire some of you. And of course, just to reiterate, I'm refusing to give up. I'm not giving up. I am not giving up because Google says, how dare they say for me to give up? Nope, not happening. Um, I'm doing it for you and me because um, I don't want to not be a part of this community. I don't want to not do these videos. I don't want to not write blog posts. I don't want to not make journals. I want to do all those things. I really, really do. I love it so, so much. Now, really, it's funny. Um, from all these changes and all these things that have been going on, it's really made me completely reevaluate everything that I'm doing. And for a long time, House of Mahalo was just the side thing that I was doing whilst the travel blog was the main earner. And I kept it going like that because I thought, you don't want to mess with a good thing, do you? The travel blog was earning me my income so that I could spend time uh, working and building up House of Mahalo. But if I'm completely honest, over the past couple of years, House of Mahalo has been everything to me, more than my travel blog has been. When I started thinking about, okay, if you're not going to do just blog posts and videos anymore, if you're going to do more, what are you going to do? And it was House of Mahalo where I was like, well, I want to do that, and I want to do that, and I want to do that. I couldn't say the same about travel. I just couldn't. I can't sell travel, for example. Um, Goodness me, even on a podcast, I can't escape the doorbell, the dreaded doorbell. So yeah, as I was saying, I started thinking about my businesses and what I really wanted to do going forwards. And House of Mahalo kept coming out trumps. I'm not ready to give up on the travel blog just yet. I still love travel, but I'm not going to miss travel blogging, but I will miss doing these videos, junk journals, making them, selling the products, doing everything House of Mahalo. I will miss that if I do have to, go back to the 9 to 5. So yeah, hopefully that's not the case. Let's hope I can turn things around. So wish me luck. I'm going to be giving myself a year's grace to turn things around, change up my business, and hopefully be happier for it, and just generally still being here and everything. Um, Obviously, it is all with the caveat that if I can't turn things around, then unfortunately I will have to um, let things go. I will have to sell up, sell up, and unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to keep doing the videos or the blog posts or anything to do with House of Mahalo. Um, the real reason for that is because based on where I live, if I have to go back to my 9 to 5, it's a long 12-hour day. I used to leave at 7 and come home at 7. And if I'm doing that, I'm not going to have the energy to craft in the evenings. And I certainly wouldn't want to be away from my husband and dog all day and into the evening. And then, of course, because I'll be cooped up in the office all week, um, I would be out, walking my dog for long walks. I'd be out in nature at the weekends. So unfortunately, it doesn't really leave any time for crafting. So I'm hoping I can really turn things around because I really don't want to not do it anymore. I'm so determined to do this, and I'm really hoping that I can. So yeah, all I can say is just please wish me luck, and thank you so much for your patience so far. I know that I haven't really been myself over the past few months, but um, I've been wanting to say something, but I think I needed to wait until I felt less emotional about the whole thing. I feel now much more able to make a plan logically as opposed to just emotional, oh no, it's all going wrong. So I've been trying to do that. But I know that I haven't really been myself, and I know that people have noticed that. So all I can say is I'm sorry for that. But equally, I know that I had a lot going on, and I'm glad that I've been able to do this video. I'm glad that I've actually been able to get through talking. As I said, I think if I had my face on, I might have had a few tears by accident. So I just wanted to have these slides on so that I could just simply talk through everything, just say how it is. And I'm seeing this as I'm wiping the slate clean. That was the past. It's in the past. This is the present, and this is the future that I'm trying to get to. And yeah, I hope that you'll want to stick with me for the ride. And yeah, we shall see how things go. I will, of course, keep you updated. Maybe in a few months when I know more about how things are going and such like, then, I will do my best to update you. Um, and yeah, I hope that you're excited for these new things that I'm going to be trying. And yeah, I think you've probably seen from what that's a lot of work that I have planned, but it's because I really, really see House of Mahalo as my future, despite me having the travel blog first, and it for a time was my main income. If I'm really honest with myself, it was House of Mahalo that I wanted to keep going, and I was like, I do not want to lose House of Mahalo. I don't want to lose this community. I don't want to lose all of you. I don't want to lose this part of myself. I really don't. I still love travel. I just know that I won't necessarily miss the travel blogging side of it anymore, but I will miss um, all things House of Mahalo. So I'm hoping that I can, yeah, keep doing it. And yeah, I mean, we shall see what happens. But I hope that it's been not helpful. Well, I hope it's been helpful, but I don't think that's the word. I hope this has been enlightening to, I suppose, in a way, I hope that it's just given you some insights into what really has been going on. Um, I do want to be able to be more personal by explaining things. I don't want to be all woe is me. That's not me. I'm very much, this is all the crap that's happened and this is what I'm going to do about it. That's very much me. But I am aware of the fact that I do need to be able to open up more. Um, I just need to wait until I'm a little bit less emotional sometimes, because no one wants to hear me being a blubbering mess. But really, I hope that's been enlightening just to explain a few things. As I said, if you Google, oh, the irony, if you Google helpful content update, you'll find all kinds of articles and materials about everything that's happened. Um, because honestly, a lot of people have been affected by this, and I refuse to give up. I am just, nope, not happening. Every time I think about giving up, I get angry because I just think, no, what right does one company have to have this much control over someone's business? That shouldn't be the case. And um, I'm refusing to let it be the case because, yeah, I want to win. Anyway, I'd best go because otherwise this will be a long waffle. But anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed listening. Thank you for being here. And as I said, wiping the slate completely clean. We will be back to normal from now on with a few changes. Thanks so much then, everyone, and we'll speak soon. I am waving, but you can't see me. Bye bye for now.